What's going on, everybody? We got the 110-1 Texans coming into town, coming off a big win, probably the biggest win in a long time.
Yeah.
Not going to call this a tune-up game, but this is a game we should be bullies again, man. I want CBS to cut the game off.
Yeah, facts, man. But on the flip side, we can't sleep on these boys. They
Right.
gave Philly a run for their money a couple weeks back, man. So like we always talk about this any given Sunday, but this is a team we should impose our will on, man. It's not a good team right now. You got Kyle Allen in there. You seen what we did to the Colts. I don't think at any point that we can't blow these teams out of the water. I just want to see us do it for fourth quarter. I want to see that Minnesota type game again. And I think we can do that any given week. Now it's the time that we need to be prepping for the playoffs, getting ready for this run. You know what I mean? And you got another team that's going to come out here. They're probably going to have DeMar Pierce trying to run the ball. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and work on our run game. Let's go ahead and work on the things that we need to work on, blow them out, but still improve week to week, man. I think we're going to let me hold that back. Let me hold that back just a little bit.
No, so Damone Pierce hasn't had a touchdown has one touchdown since week 5. They got whoever at quarterback, man. Mills Mafia has been canceled, and Lovie Smith is a terrible head coach, man. Like, you watch this Houston Texans team, which I haven't done a lot, but they're like, usually like you get better, you figure some stuff out, man, and they're not doing that. So he's probably one and done after this year. And then on the other side of it, man, this is the time of year when you're a team like Dallas where you got to figure out all your weaknesses and correct them in situations like this.
Facts.
But not lose the game in the process, man. Don't treat it like practice, but just work out some kinks, man. Do what you know works.
I love what you're saying. I think it's the perfect situation, right? One thing I would give the Texans is they have been okay at passing defense. They got a good rookie over there in Stingley, passing defense, but you know what I mean, they suck at defending the run, man. And one thing we do well, I want to see Kellen Moore come out here. It's a big game from him. Listen, you got a team that sucks at defending the run. I want you to come out here and impose your will on them, right?
Right.
Like, see your weaknesses. Well, see your strengths and your weaknesses, but see what their weaknesses is, and let's come out there and let's target that, right? So I fully expect Zeke to come out here and have a great game. I fully expect Tony Pollard to come out here and have a great game, right? And I expect our guys to pin our ear back early and get after the quarterback, man. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a close game at all. And these are the type of games, as we get closer to the playoffs, that let you know a little bit about the identity and the makeup of your team. So I feel like this is what we want to see, right? It shouldn't be a close game. But if it is, I think this will let us know we all need to know and far as the playoffs coming up and how we will come across things and how we really will be. But I really feel like, man, it should be a blowout. You come into this game, points wise, we already up 16.5 points. I don't even feel like that's enough. We should beat these guys by 25.
Oh, it moved to 17.
17. Move it to 20. Move it to 20 then. I really feel like we should be doing that, man. So it's sad to say, I no disrespect to them, but I don't even feel like it's really about the Texans. It's more so about the Cowboys and us, and pretty much dictating the game that we want to play and making teams play how we want to play. And that's what this game will be about. As long as we come out here and play Cowboys football, I expect to blow it this week. I'm going to be honest.
And to be honest, too, this is a game where I want to see a lot of Kelvin, a lot of Kelvin Joseph, a lot of Deron Bland on the same side, man. I want to see what those two can do together. I want to see, as I'm saying, like, let's figure out, do we need to elevate Mackenzie Alexander by next week, or can Kelvin Joseph hold his own against a Nico Collins? And if Brandon Cooks is out there, I don't know what his status is.
Absolutely, because listen, you said a great thing, right? So you got the Texans coming in here, right? We should win this game, but Kelvin Joseph, earn your stripes. If you read the tea leaves and you're hearing how Mike McCarthy and all these guys talking, right? So you got to earn this, man. Like, get your confidence back. I don't know what's been going on. You clearly have all the potential in the world. AB is going out. You're not looking over your shoulder. Maybe you are looking over your shoulder. Deshaun Wright or whatever. We're bringing this guy right here, but Kelvin Joseph, man, I fully believe. I think he still has it, man. I just want to see him come out and prove it, man. So like you say, I think this is a great game for him to come out and prove it, man. Even next week, going into the Jacksonville game, You got your young guys, and then even when Tyler, not Tyler, but yeah, matter of fact, scratch that. Yes, Tyler. Move Tyler Smith inside, and let this be the game where we move him to guard and Jason Peters to tackle until Tyron Smith come back. Let's go ahead and work out some kinks. I'm not saying come out here and let's just experiment, but I'm saying this is a game where you kind of fine tune things and figure out who you are. You know what I mean? As we go into this late run, man, and then by the time we get to Philly, man, who knows, man? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I need 3 or 4 drives with Tyler kicked inside, man. I want to see some more of that. I just don't know how much like stamina Peters has, man. I don't think it's capable for like a full game. That's an old man.
Nah,
Which is why
listen,
I don't
he
think
look,
it's they ain't doing it too much cuz I think he's old, bro.
but that's the point though, right? Like he's not been beat up on this season. It's not like he's played a full season. He didn't have the training camp. And then when you think about the latter half of last season with Chicago, he looked great at left tackle. I think Jason Peters will be fine. We're not asking him to come out and play a full season. We saying, look, listen, give us 40 to 50 snaps for the next 2 or 3 games until Tyron Smith come back. That's all we can ask for. And I think he's up to it. He looks a lot better at left tackle than he does at left guard. You know what I mean? A lot more
Bro, he's too
comfortable.
damn big to play left guard.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's not even moving the same. But you know what I mean? You got Tyler Smith in there moving people around. And then with him, I think it's just the experience. You see his kick step and the different things he's doing where it looks like he's a lot more comfortable at left tackle, where I feel like, you know what I mean? I think he'll be fine, man. So I think that's good. And then, go ahead.
I'm saying, especially if you look at like the right side of our line, Steele and Martin, they can move east, west, north, and south, no problem. Peters needs to move east and west. He can't move north and south. Whereas Tyler Smith, I think he can move north to south much better than he can east to west. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep Tyler Smith on an island for not yet, at least. Like, he's got to grow into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think, man, listen, man, I'm it's crazy because we sitting here looking at it, right? And as that lets you know how good Dak is, man. There was a lot of talk early in the season. People they hard on Dak for whatever reason. I don't get in too much into those battles, right? You know what I mean? You got people come out here, oh, Cooper Rush, he's better than Dak. One thing I can say, man, we never was trying to fight those battles. We knew who our guy was, man. But that's what I would say. You know, the fact that Dak has came back, hopefully he will remove some of these turnover problems that he has, whether it's, you know, with the receivers, whether you trust them. Do we need him to be a gunslinger or not? That's the question. Do we need him? Do Dak need to be a gunslinger, or do we need him to be conservative? Dak, how do you feel about that?
When Dak is slinging, man, that means we're not playing our type of ball. Our offensive line isn't designed for a pass pro. Not like it was in years past. This is a more run-based offensive line, in my opinion. So we just got to get a tight end or 2 in there, run some 12. And I mean, I think both sides are a strength, if that makes sense. But anything over 25 pass attempts for Dak, man, something's not going right, in my opinion.
But it's crazy, right? Because I'm looking at these games, right? And, you know, the Colts, we blow them out. And Dak has not really done a lot. I'm not saying he's not doing nothing. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like
he's managing the game.
Yeah, he's managing the game, right? It's a great team we got going on. You think about the Chicago game, like, bro, we put up 49 points. 49 points. It's not like Dak threw for 300, right?
Right.
But he's doing enough. You think about the Vikings game. We put up 40 points on them. It's not like Dak was slinging it all over the field. He made plays when he had to. But we putting up 40. We putting up 40 points a game. We done put up 40 plus points in 3 of the last 5 games, man. It's crazy, man. The point differential. Then you think about the defense. We are at 48 sacks on the season. Number 1 in the league. The most sacks through week 13 over the last 20 years. We got 21 takeaways on the year. Just about right around the same pace we had last year, but now we're getting the sacks and the stops that, you know, they really matter. And then how about this, man? We got 199 points in the last 5 games, the most in team history over a 5-game span. With that coming back and this defense, you tell me, like, think about it. You can't tell me Super Bowl is not on the horizon. I hate to say that word. I hate to think about Super Bowl. I hate to be that fan. But that's why I feel like why we're so heavy on Odell Beckham, man, these guys, and why in recent years that we always wonder why Jerry don't make these moves, or why Steven, and why this year they going out there and they're trying to make these moves this late in the year. I feel like
Right.
this is the year, man. I really hate to say it, man, but you look at the NFC East landscape. We had the Giants and the Washington Commanders tied this weekend. How crazy is that, bro?
Lovely.
Right? We thought one would
Right.
lose.
Right.
One will lose, and maybe one of them will fall out of the playoff contention. We got both
Bro.
of them in the tie. Listen, we catch one of these guys in the playoffs. Listen, I'm sorry, but listen, you know what Dak do to y'all? I'm sorry, man. Hey,
Bro, it's so bad they can't even beat up each other.
facts, man. I'm not scared of the Commanders. I'm not scared of the Giants. We see what we do to them. We're not scared. Are you scared of the Eagles? We're not scared of the Eagles, man. Respect to the Eagles, though. Respect. Good team.
I want to point something out with Philly.
Good. Go ahead.
I think Philly is the best second quarter team in football. One of the worst in the fourth quarter. Whereas on the other side of it, I don't know where we are in the second quarter, but we got to be the best in the fourth.
We're the best. We're one of the best at making second half adjustments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're the best closers in the league right now.
Even if you think about that first Philly game, even with the Cooper rush, they did what they did in the first, second quarter, but when we came out in the second half, that was a ball game.
Right.
And now we have a deck. Now, respect to Philly. Y'all a good team. Y'all a good ball team. I don't want to take anything away from y'all. But I really do feel like the best two teams in the NFC and maybe even in the NFL, we'll see as we get later on to that point, is Philly and Dallas. You know, the thing that sucks about it is you might have a team that's, let's say, 14-3 as the Cowboys. We could win out right now and still be in a wild card position and still have to travel to a Tampa Bay in the playoffs. And, you know, it's tough. And it's weird to say, right?
Right.
But looking at Tampa Bay going against the Saints, right, it's not a team you're really scared of. You look around at Minnesota. We seen we did in Minnesota. You know, I just think all around the board, this is a year where we can pretty much go ahead and do what we want to do, man. Philly, I just like our odds this year, man. I can't wait to the December game, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I can't wait.
I'm not gonna lie. I need that game. I'm not trying to rush the season along, but I just need to know where we're at next to them. Because right now they look like number one and we look like number two, but I don't think it's that far apart.
Listen, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that though, bro. Listen. Let's look. We'll see them guys when we see them guys. I don't even want to call them number one. I just feel like let's give them the respect. You know what I mean? And when we see them, we're gonna see them. We're gonna see what a better team. But how great would it be to go into a playoff game, maybe even the NFC Championship game, and you got a Dallas and Philly matchup to get to the Super Bowl? That'd probably be the most watched game maybe of all time. I'm hoping that we get something like that. It's not enough, right? You got a San Fran who has lost Jimmy Garoppolo. Reports that came out that maybe he don't need surgery. He may be back for the playoffs. Who knows? We'll see. But like I said, man, it's wide open this year, man. Anybody could take it, man. Why not us?